It's Wednesday. Have you had a good start to the week? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome back to this week's vlog. I'm going to do a little bit of a different vlog today, so see if you like it.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be a final day.
Back to the ranch. This week has been pretty boring, to be honest. I've had a lot of hacking on the go, which you don't want to be seeing the same scenery all the time. Whoopsies. So this week, what I thought I'd do is what I really wanted to do a couple of weeks back, but I think we lost a shoe and it just didn't happen. I want to set up a jumping exercise to kind of show you guys the very first steps of getting the ex-racers into used to jumping. So they're at very different stages between the pair of them. Molly, having the breakfast at the moment. There is our moles. Molly came from flat racing, so the likelihood of her seeing fences is minimal. So you would think in your head that actually, morning B, you would think in your head that actually Molly would be further behind than P. P is national hunt stock, so she was bred with the intention to go over rustic fences. So P will have seen some fences, albeit more of a cross-country style, more of a hunter trial kind of style than the sparkling, beautiful coloured poles that we're going to try and pop her over today. So this is not their first time going over coloured poles. As you know, I've been working up to it. They have been doing pole work sessions. They have popped the odd cross pole. However, today I want to specifically do a session dedicated to getting them confident over poles and just seeing what stage each horse is at, so that I can tailor their training to what they need. This is also the last session that Molly will do. I want to just kind of put it in her brain before Molly goes on a bit of a sabbatical. So Moles is only just 4 this year. I think it's very important that you kind of understand they need constant breaks from training. They are like a child. We don't put children in education continuously. They have half term and they have 6-week break and things like that. Molly is ready for her half term. I can just sense that she's getting there, and I don't want to push her to the point where it's then very difficult to continue with her. So this will be her last session before a break. P is only been here 2 weeks. She had a significant break before coming to me, and she's a little bit older, so P is 5. She turned 5 this year. So P can just carry on with a bit of work. So we might do some vlogs with just P with a little bit of Molly in the background. But yeah, Molly's ready for a break. Let's go and set up the session in my beautiful school while they have their breakfast. Here I am in my wonderful arena. I really do feel blessed every time. I suffered for, well, it's not suffering, is it? We're all very privileged. But I worked with a grass arena for 3 years with the boys. So to have this is like a dream come true. So what I'm going to do is fabulous for jumping in, and it has like an all-weather surface, so it very rarely freezes. It's lovely and soft, and all the horses seem to like it. What I'm going to do is set up the jumping exercise, and then I will talk you through it and tell you what I am trying to achieve. This idea was given to me by the lovely Jess. She appears a lot on this channel because she is my constant source of advice and motivation. It takes a village to retrain horses, and she is definitely in my village. So right, let's set this up.
All the eyes are all on me.
Yeah.
All the eyes on me. All the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me. All the eyes are all on me. All the eyes on me.
All the eyes are all on me.
So I am very lucky that we have a full course of Jump for Joy fences. Having used both Polyjump and Jump for Joy, I think they're the most popular two brands in the plastic fence market. I really like Jump for Joy. I know they're more expensive and I didn't pay for them. The landowner did. Not that I'm sponsored, but they are just excellent. You can do so much with them. So today's session is all about confidence and going forward in a controlled way. I do not want any form of rushing. I think sometimes rushing can be misinterpreted as excitement when actually rushing is anxiety, and the horse just wants to get it over and done with. I want it to be a nice, happy experience where we go away thinking, that was easy. What was I worried about? It's not about the height of fences today. A lot of other things that I see, again, my opinion, is that we tend to whack these fences up so it looks impressive for Instagram and YouTube. And when, you know, sometimes the rider is not ready for that level and the horse is not ready for that level, and all you do is destroy your confidence and you'll destroy their confidence. Think about long term rather than just your picture for the Instagram. So this is not about height. So these are a maximum 60 centimeters. I need enough to create lift, but I don't want them to be over facing to the babies. So here it is. This is a little upright set at 60 centimeters with poles on either side, and that's just so I can jump it either way. And what I'm trying to do here is get them to focus on the fence. So both girls can be very wobbly into their fences, trying to figure out, do I go around it? Do I go over it? So this hopefully will funnel them in. It's in like a V shape. So it makes it easier on a upright because there's no kind of set middle like you've got with a cross pole, to try and funnel them into the middle of the fence to create a little bit of lift and keep them straight. So that'll be interesting, because I think a lot of poles on the ground sometimes blow the baby's minds. Now this is a little cross pole set on the short side, just in case we do have any rushing behaviour, then they're less likely to rush when they've got a shorter landing. They're more likely to rush that one if they're going to, because they've got a long way out. So this one is set up on here, and this is a straight parallel poles because we've got the centre of the cross to aim for. And again, it's just about keeping them straight. We want them to be forward thinking, confident, and again both poles, so I can just jump it both ways, because I love jumping fences both ways. And this is my go-to at every jumping session. There will always be, even when I had the big boys, there will always be just a pole on the floor, and that's to get my eye in. I start over that, and it's a tip that I think Jess gave me that tip as well, and it's a tip that I absolutely love because it just sets you up for getting your eye into the fences as a rider and gets the horses going over a bit of a pole to start with instead of just whacking them straight over these. So hopefully we'll see how they do that. I will of course keep all the video raw as I can, just to show you that it will not be perfect. I'm telling you now, there'll be lots of things that I have to think about as a rider in building confidence in the girls to get them going forward. And I don't know what the girls will be like. They may over jump it, they may crash through it, they may do lots of things, which is why I thought it'd be interesting to vlog it, so that we have this on record, that we can see their very first jump session, and then when they're flying around Chatsworth we can go, look at where it started. Hard work does pay off. Right, time to get the girls ready. I think I'm going to take P in first. There's always that debate about which horse do you pick to go first. I'm going to take P in because I want to get some footage of her flat work as well, because I've worked really hard this week with P in trying to release that tension in her body so that she works a little bit more fluid in her flat work, and I think she has, but obviously a lot of the time I spend schooling by myself, so I can only feel it, so I don't know what it looks like on the ground. So my lovely Tan, shout out to the bestie, is coming to do some footage for me, so hopefully we can see a little bit more of P being a bit more relaxed. She feels more relaxed, which is the main thing. Molly, who knows? Mad Moll. Depends what mood she comes out in the morning. She looks quite settled at the minute. That means nothing.
P is raring to go. See, that's nice. You know when she just drops her head that little bit?
Yeah,
It's really nice.
like there.
Yeah.
Holding a bit on her shoulder. Like that, she's holding a little bit.
Well, she's probably just like, she's got a good work ethic. She just wants to get on with it.
I think they've both got very forward brains, which is nice. That transition just goes a little bit.
Lovely.
That back end's massive. Feels it.
Woo!
Sorry. Better.
Yeah.
Just feel she wants to take it into her own hands a little bit.
Yeah. Woo!
Very wobbly. Yeah, he doesn't understand that.
That was nice. I think I might call the baby Egypt,
Maybe llama.
like denial.
Yeah. I think she needs to get stronger. To be able to carry herself.
Ooh, that was nice.
Get her going forward, look.
Molly.
Jump session. I think you'll find it really interesting how different the girls were. From a ridden perspective, I find P a little bit more cautious. Molly's getting a little bit behind the leg, which is what I've been saying to him, that Molly needs a break now. So that's it. Molly is going on sabbatical for 2 weeks, so she'll just enjoy being in the field and being a pony, and we'll do some exercises with P, which I was talking to my lovely bestie down there and saying, shall we get her out for a first taste of cross country? So if you want to see that, please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll be taking P out soon to see what she makes of the XC field. Right people, have a great rest of your week, keep it real, and I'll see you next Wednesday. She's such a legend. In a sec, I'll do airdrop. She's going to do airdrop. I love my bestie. She's the bestest in the world. Right, so that is. I always say right and so. It's really annoying.
What you got yourself into?